Trump's new FanDuel ballroom. I think people are over talking about the ballroom being created and under talking about the fact that it's going to cost $250 million for the ballroom. He said, don't worry about it. I'm rich. I'll pay for it. And then right as the bill is coming due, he says, hey, the Justice Department owes me $230 million as retribution for investigating me in the past. It's like so obvious what's happening here. It's so obvious. He's gonna have the taxpayers pay for it through this. He even says it, dude. Trump argued Tuesday he was damaged by the investigations into him and suggested he deserved to be paid for that, but added that he'd give away the money or use it to renovate the White House. It'll go to charity or something, like renovating the White House. Dude, it's obvious what you're doing, bro. It's obvious. My God. If I get the money from our country, I'll do something nice with it. Like what? What do you do nice with it? Perhaps to pay for your $250 million ballroom that you're going to name the Trump ballroom? Okay, one thing I forgot to include. I looked into this more after it happened. Listen, the numbers do line up. The amount he promised to pay and the amount he's asking for the Justice Department, it's suspiciously similar. However, a lot of the ballroom money has already been paid for by corporations. Specifically, these corporations who have all donated 20 million plus each to be a part of the official Donald J. Trump ballroom in the White House, which is a pretty, I guess, par for the course brazen act of corruption, right? It's just like, clearly they expect to get something out of it. You know, I've never heard of Booz Allen Hamilton doing something out of the goodness of their heart. Palantir, Coinbase and T-Mobile and Tether, they expect to get something. And this kind of quid pro quo is normally really frowned upon. I saw a constitutional law scholar saying it's hard to prove anything, so it's hard to say it's an open conflict of interest or a violation, but it's like the most brazen conflict of interest he's seen in his lifetime in the presidency. And that's what it feels like. This happens all the time. I don't know that I have, so much deeper to say. I don't even know that we can do anything about it at this point. I almost don't cover this stuff sometimes. It's like, what do you want me to say? Trump has done some corrupt stuff. But what I think is, look, a lot of things get covered. Protests get covered, geopolitical conflicts get covered. But I feel like the increasing amount of financial corruption is so brazen and really rarely talked about. So I kind of just want to put it out there so someone's saying something. Speaking of people saying things, by the way, incredible video by Coffeezilla, historic levels of corruption, about specifically the, pay for play with regards to CZ being the former head of Binance, maybe back to being current head, crypto founder. He was sent to jail under the Biden administration for security fraud, and then is now a big crypto donation comes into Trump and he gets pardoned. And it just feels like that's not even mentioned. We made Jimmy Carter sell his peanut farm because it was considered a conflict of interest. It was too risky for him to own a peanut farm and be the president because someone could invest in the peanut farm and have undue influence. The world has changed so dramatically. This stuff happens all the time now. Yeah, I guess let me know what you think, but damn, bro. It's getting crazy. Big I've been in a coma for a little while. How's my Trump coin investment going? Let's check Ludwig's thing. It's down 84%. It's down 84%, but Ludwig as a whole is up 20%, which is above the NASDAQ, 6% above the S&P 500, 14% above Bitcoin. Thoughts on investing in gacha games? As a rule, I don't invest in something I can't spell. It's Gacha. I mean, no, you shouldn't try to pick a stock and punt it, but I do own some Tencent stock and it's done decently well. But they don't just own gacha games, they own every game. They're like the biggest gaming company on earth, pound for pound. Oh, you're thought about investing in like putting your money into spinning the wheel. No, that's smart. That's smart. I think that you should do that. You should invest in waifus. What are some losses you've taken in stocks? Yeah, I lost money in NIO, obviously, the Chinese electric vehicle company. I got a little bit too frisky, a little too fresh. I think I made a really good call in 2019 that Chinese EV market was going to do really well. And then I thought I was even smarter than that. And I was going to pick the right company. And I picked a random company that looked like Tesla, and it was really stupid. It was the right trend, but wrong company. Lost money in that. I lost money in Alibaba, though recently it has bounced back. I never sold, and so it is actually back to even. I mean, I lost opportunity cost over the many years that I held when it was negative, but Alibaba is back to the price that I purchased it at, which is diamond hands, I guess. But I should have sold. I mean, the smart thing to do, I think, would have been to get out. But it is back. Could have just picked a sector ETF. I mean, most of my money's in treasuries and gold, bro. I just pick stocks for fun. Isn't that still negative due to inflation? You're absolutely right. Yeah. If it's back to even, I mean, it's a little above even, but yeah. Yeah, due to inflation, I've net lost purchasing power. You're 100% correct. All my losses are really in China. I'm going to be honest with you. I was checking today. This is not, I swear to fucking, I'm not trying to stunt here, but I was checking how my portfolio in real life was doing versus Aiden's portfolio in the game, because he has an incredible portfolio in the game. And I was slightly beating him. That's mine. Plus 72 overall. That's all of them combined, the losses and the wins of this year to date. Pretty insane. Probably easily the best year I've ever had. But I mean, you know, you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop, especially with gold. I've been waiting. Not a bubble though. Oh, it's definitely. Now, I mean, one thing that makes you understand is like, this is 5, including myself, 5 idiots throwing darts at a dartboard. And all of us, even Ludwig, I think now, are beating the S&P. We just pick names out of Twitch chat. We pick, like, if you can't tell me we're in one of the most insane stock market years, stupid, irrational, no fundamentals, no. Do you understand how absurd this is? Picking shit out of Twitch chat, up 59%. Doug, Ocugen, up 126. You got this from ChatGPT. The fact that our average stock is 41% up is stupid. It just means everything is like, this is so 1929 coded. It's not normal. Am I crazy for thinking gold isn't a bubble? No, you're not crazy. It's more like the higher gold goes, the more that is a signal of real problems. That is a signal of like actually fleeing from the dollar system on a global scale. So it's spooky. And additionally, like, gold has been in a pattern of like truly up and to the right. Even if the long-term trend were like, that's the way the world is heading, you should be prepared for like massive or bigger swings or sell-offs. Even gold in 2008, like gold held the best through those years, but in the actual weeks or months of it went way down. I sell bullion for a living, and people are always talking about 10K gold like it'll be a good thing, and don't acknowledge how everything would have to be for that. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's a great way to put it. Like right now we're seeing 4K gold with nothing changing. And you're like, well, that was great. That was a great investment. Yeah, I heard a great quote on this, but I'm not going to remember it. It was a guy's like, I own gold at $2,000. Do I want it to go to 4,500? Of course. That's great. That would be great. Do I want it to go to 10,000? Not really. He was like, if that happens, then my world that I'm not just getting a nice gain on my investment. Like, things are changing fundamentally in a way that could really make it not worth. That was the quote. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but it was really interesting and insightful. It made me think about this. We're establishing big A fans in every inch of the government. That's the plan, dude. We get a big A fan in every corner of the government all over the world, and then one day I just say the keyword, Glizzy! And then we launch all the nukes and it's fucking over, dude. It's a full revolution. This is how January 6th happened. This is how January 6th is gonna happen again. And this time, Squeaks is on the front lines instead of hiding in the back. Because me and Squeaks were both at January 6th, but he was like, I feel like he was just doing it for clout. You know what I'm saying? Some of us really cared about overthrowing the government, and some of us cared about like farming TikToks and like building up their streaming career. And that was Squeaks, dude. He was like, let's tear down Nancy Pelosi's desk. But he was in the back. He's like, go get him. And then he was filming it's crazy. It was like he's just fake. It was just fake, you know? I'm not going to say he's not a huge MAGA guy, because he is. But I feel like he had a soft spot for Biden, and that's not cool. Itchrock, in Charlie's video about turning off subs, he said streaming is the easiest job ever, but I always hear you say it's the hardest. I don't know who to believe. Yeah, I mean, he's just trying to, he's pretending to you to seem more relatable, but he actually knows as well as I do it's the hardest job there ever was or ever will be. He's being humble. I'm the one telling the hard truth here. I'm the one saying the unpopular truth. There's no harder job in human history than streaming. You have to go live, sometimes multiple days in a row. Sometimes. Sometimes you have to watch things. You have to react to things. There's never been a more difficult job, I'll tell you that. Somebody has to stand up for the streamers. First time chatter, Tortagini. Finally, a hero. Welcome to the community. Yes, I love your attitude. I love your positive understanding. Yes, dude. Streamers need to have a voice, an advocate.